Is this thing working? Okay. So really quickly before you watch the little show I put together, this is my first time actually editing something, so I don't know how well it's gonna go. I notice we say, I picture it like this a lot, so please try to ignore the repetitive grammar. And oh, I also forgot to mention this is like my BFF Christina and me talking about the host trailer. So enjoy. I don't even know if it's working.
I think it's working.
Oh, there it goes. Okay.
Is it on? Okay.
So we are talking about our reactions to the host trailer. We're going to assume that you've already watched it. So this is what we were thinking.
I think Melanie is too pale and short.
She's not...
She doesn't look bad. She just doesn't look like Melanie.
Yeah, and her voice. I keep on saying this, but her voice.
It's just wrong. It's like
just
really high, too.
It's like really high-pitched, and she talks like this little girl, and you're like, no. Melanie
needs to be like a
this
strong
tall,
woman.
Skinny, athletic girl, and she's tan.
She's tan.
Doesn't she have blonde hair, too?
I don't think so.
I always pictured her with blonde hair.
I pictured her with, not like that kind of hair, but like wavy and like,
longer.
long.
It's definitely longer in the books.
I just pictured her as more like she looks like a soccer player kind of to me. I don't know.
Yeah, and she doesn't at all look like this. I don't see how this is gonna work out.
I just didn't like her. And then Jared and Ian, I just didn't like. They're fine. I just don't like those guys as Jared and Ian. Like
Jared isn't buff enough. I always pictured him as this really buff guy.
I pictured Ian as really buff too, though.
No, I pictured Ian leaner.
No, for me it was opposite. But
I guess it depends on preference.
I don't know. I just didn't like. I pictured him as taller too. But the
not that they can help that. Not that they can help that.
You know, just bump him up a little.
He'll wear platform shoes.
But I feel like the trailer in general was like put together good.
Like I feel like the way they explained the invasion was really good. Like I tried to tell someone about the books about the book and about the movies, and I was just like, "Oh, it's this really good thing, and aliens invade, and they come from different planets."
It sounds
and then
really lame when you explain
and then you're
to
like,
somebody.
"Oh, I sound like such a nerd."
No, it sounds really lame. I tried to explain it to my brother. Didn't happen.
I know, but like
they explained it good.
The trailer did a really good job of explaining that it was.
And they did, like, the futuristic technology, too.
I liked that.
That looked good.
That was really good.
And I liked how the eyes looked.
Me too.
That was good.
They did such a good job with that.
It looked good. It didn't look weird.
I know.
I thought it was going to look
It was more shiny and,
I thought it was going to be.
Luminescent than reflective, really.
But I think that was maybe... It could have just been for the trailer.
It needs to be obvious in order for them to tell.
Right.
So, it's a movie, so it needs to be obvious.
But it's not always going to be like that, probably, in the movie, because that was, like, glaringly obvious.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, what is her... Seeker's name? Does it have a name? She just called her the Seeker all the time, doesn't she?
Lacey.
Is it Lacey?
I think.
Okay, but I pictured her fat and like pudgy and like short and like brunette.
No, we differ on this topic completely. I pictured her as short and skinny, like really short, like 5 feet tall. Or
yeah,
like a little bit more.
I pictured her short.
Not short and fat.
I pictured her kind of pudgy. Kind of like an Umbridge kind of look going on there with the pudge.
Okay, no, that's not what I pictured. I pictured her as short and really skinny and, like, really petite.
Oh, I totally didn't picture that.
I pictured her petite with kind of, like blunt hair. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Just, like, short, like, hair.
Oh. I pictured her brunette. Did you picture her brunette?
No, I pictured her with black hair. They didn't show her, did they?
Ew.
The Seeker.
Yeah, she was the blonde, tall, skinny girl. That was the Seeker. See, I didn't picture her like that either. That's what I'm saying. I want to see the other planets when she's telling the stories.
Yeah.
I want there to be like not that cheesy flashback, but like the really good transition into she's talking and then it transitions into the planet that she's talking about.
Yeah.
With the polar bear things.
The polar bear.
I love those things.
I want to know about like the spider planet.
Ooh, that planet is scary.
But that would be interesting.
That would be
or
really
like
good.
the one with like just like a brief like one with the seaweeds.
Let's go off the characters thing.
There's so many characters. I just feel like they're not going to be able to really explain like each one. And I really want Walter's death to be in there. I know that's weird.
It needs to be sad. It needs to be like heartrending because it's a really important character insight. Yeah. You totally understand Wanda.
Yeah.
And you're just like, Wanda, I get you. You're an
Wanda.
alien, but I get you.
I just love
It's that
Steve
moment.
Walter.
It's that moment.
I need that to
jump
be good.
around so much.
Sorry, you'll be talking and I'll just think about other stuff while you talk.
Thanks. I appreciate
No,
that.
I'm listening to you.
Okay.
How are they going to do the thing with Melanie inside of her head?
I have no idea.
I hope that's not like lame, like weird talking and
I
she'll
hear
be like,
voices
what?
in the background, and everyone's just like, "This is dumb."
I hope it's not like she's standing around and then it's like, so what are you gonna do, Wanda? Not like that. I hope it's not like this awkward
So,
like
what are you
voice
gonna do, Wanda?
and then she'll be like, well, I don't know, or like I don't know. I just hope it's not like weird, like awkward.
Maybe they'll do that like Gollum thing. You know how they did Gollum, where he would like talk to himself in the reflection, and then it'd be like a different Gollum. Where were we?
Melanie and Wanda talking.
Yes. It can't be super awkward.
I just hope it's like, if it was a Gollum thing though, that'd be weird. Because then
Kinda,
she'd have to be a good
but, like,
actor to like pull it
Yeah,
off.
and she'd need a mirror with her like 24/7
There's lots of mirrors in the caves.
on like the ceiling.
What's going on, Melanie?
I think it's everyone. I think we've covered it all.
We've covered it all.
Okay.
I just wish they hadn't put Stephanie Meyer at the beginning. And
What?
Jane. I just don't want them to announce that because I feel like people aren't going to want to go see it.
If it's a Stephanie Meyer.
I feel like people like, I mean, obviously some people like intense Twilight fans are going to be like, yeah, go see it. But then I feel like
then
other people are
there's
going to be
so
like,
many people who are intense
gonna be like-
anti-Twilight fans who are going to
that
be
they're
like,
gonna be like,
heck no,
no.
tech no, I'm not seeing that.
which is why I feel bad because if it's going to be a great movie and then people don't go see it because of that. And a lot of people just don't know about this other book in general.
Yeah.
People don't know about it and it's a great book. And
It is her
people are turned
better
off by
book.
the fact that it's written by Stephanie
Yeah.
Meyer and the fact that it's really hard to explain without sounding totally lame.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
That's pretty much it for our review of The Host. Chill out. See you later. Peace.